I don't think you understand the question.
No, I don't think you understand what you're asking. I think you're repeating what somebody more clever than you has told you to ask atheists to get them to stop talking. And I tried to stop you before you made an ass of yourself. But seeing as you insist on being an ass on my live stream, I will indulge you. Is that clear?
Furthermore, Duncan Atheism, where's the link to your Discord server? Sylvanas put it there for you. Are you in here? Okay, Mauling Atheism, is that you?
Let's go. So, Mr. Mauling.
Yes.
How can I help you tonight?
Well, you seem pretty adamant about atheism. Is your atheism the denial of the existence of God, or just simply the absence of belief?
I do not believe that any supernatural entity of any type exists, has existed, or will exist in the future. Does that answer your question?
How did you determine that there is no absolute creator God?
Observation and study.
Are you able to observe what is ultimate and absolute, the ground of all that is not God, in order to rule God out?
If I spent enough time doing it, I'm sure I could.
Well, the only way that you'll be able to rule out God being absolute and ultimate, the ground of all being, is you would have to have acquisition of what is ultimate that is not God. Do you possess that?
Yes.
Okay, what?
Anything else?
No, I didn't hear your answer. What is it that is ultimate, that is not God, that you can use to rule God out?
My mind.
No, your mind would be a temporal state that is derivative. Whatever is ultimate, the ground of all being, would have to be something that is non-dependent, that institutes all possibility and impossibility.
Derivative of what?
Your mind?
Yes. What is that derivative of?
Your mind would be whatever you think it's derivative of. Maybe your brain.
No, sir, I was very clear. My brain is the flesh that contains my mental processes. My mind is a emergent function of having a higher level brain. Do you understand brain anatomy at all?
Okay, well, before your brain existed.
I asked you a question. Please answer it.
Okay, well, what was the question?
Do you understand brain anatomy at all?
I do.
Okay. What was you going to say?
Well, I'm not sure if you understand the question. I'm asking you a metaphysical question that's broad in scope.
Define metaphysics. Define metaphysics.
Metaphysics is the nature and the totality of reality.
I thought that was just regular physics.
No. Metaphysics encompasses everything, whereas physics would be a subcategory of metaphysics.
Okay, all right. So I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel as if you're trying to find a chink in my armor. And I'd like to stop you now because you won't. You're not good enough.
I'm not understanding your point.
I know that. You lack imagination.
Well, in order to falsify something philosophically, in order to falsify X, you'd have to attest to not X in order to falsify X.
Okay.
Since you were going to falsify God as being ultimate and absolute, God would be defined for the purposes of the conversation what is ultimate and the origin, point, and basis of all possibility and impossibility.
So you're
yeah, can I finish?
Sure, go ahead.
In order to assert that what is ultimate is not God, you're going to have to present what is ultimate and absolute, that is the origin and basis of all possibility order to rule out God.
Okay.
Your brain and your mind don't even remotely qualify as what institutes and secures all possibility. So what is it that institutes and secures all possibility and impossibility? Since it's not God, what is it?
Well, possibility is the realm of statistics and probability. No God's there. We know how problem stat works.
I don't think you understand the question.
No, I don't think you understand what you're asking. I think you're repeating what somebody more clever than you has told you to ask atheists to get them to stop talking. That's what I think. I understand what you're asking. And I tried to stop you before you made an ass of yourself. But seeing as you insist on being an ass on my live stream, I will indulge you. Is that clear?
Well, I'm still waiting for
yes or no.
The question.
Yes or no? Was that clear?
Ultimate.
I'm getting to that, but you seem to want to get into teleological and philosophical debates, and I'm willing to indulge you. But we need to understand where each other stands. Now, I've told you a lot about me in my live stream and everything else, but I believe you came in here raring for a fight so you could quote unquote maul an atheist. You're not going to do that. Is that understood?
Yes.
Do you want to continue this conversation?
Sure.
Now, I did not say that my mind was the end all be all of all things in this universe. My mind has the capability of discerning the truth as to all things in this universe. I know Jupiter exists. I've never seen it in person. I've only seen photos, but I know it exists because people who I trust have told me that it exists, shown me pictures, sent fucking robots out there to film it, and I believe that. People I trust have also told me that God exists, but when I get down to it and I say, where? The conversation always stops at just have faith, and that's not good enough for me. It might be good enough for you. It's not for me. Does that answer your question?
Well, I appreciate your response, but it doesn't answer the question. I'd still like to know, since you say that God is false, in order to falsify God or take the position that God is false, you're going to have to ascertain what is ultimate and absolute, instituting all things that are possible and impossible.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't have to do that. The Jabberwock is not real. The Jabberwock is truly a character in a book by Lewis Carroll. Doesn't make it more real. God might as well be Superman. It is a fact that people believe in gods. Your God is one of a long list. I believe in 0 gods. Do you believe in Zeus?
No.
How about Marduk?
No.
Ancient Jews believed in Marduk. They fought against him. Why don't you?
Okay. Well, the God that I believe in is mutually exclusive to all other gods. Now, I'm still waiting for an answer. What is it? If you believe that God being ultimate and absolute,
I don't. I don't.
May I finish, please?
Well, you're starting with a false premise, mauling atheism.
Anytime during this conversation, I have not interrupted you at all.
You're right, but you're.
I would expect the same courtesy.
Okay. Well, mauling.
All right. Now. Okay.
Check this out, Mullen. Check this out,
Mullen.
Mullen.
Keep on cutting me off. There's no.
Check this out, Mullen. See, now you're muted. You need to understand right now. You will not ask me questions that are false on their face. You said, if you believe in God, I wanted to stop you there. I don't. That is an if-then statement. As a smart boy, you should understand the basics of verbal logic. And an if-then statement works in a particular way. You tried to get me to accept that your God exists by proxy. I do not, nor will I allow you to ask questions like that. I hope that I've made myself clear. You are being unmuted. You can unmute yourself now, sir.
Yeah, I don't see the point of carrying on the conversation any further. I've been everything, including polite to you.
You have.
You've been obnoxious to me.
I have.
In all honesty, without trying to insult you.
Please do.
To irritate you. Can I finish?
You're being allowed to finish. I'm allowed to comment loudly about your speech.
Okay. Now, I don't see that this conversation really is going to go anywhere, because without trying to insult you or aggravate you, based upon the way you are responding to me, you are really coming across like a borderline schizophrenic.
Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Have you ever served in the military?
Okay, we're done.
Are
You're definitely you're a psycho. See you later.
Goodbye. Would anybody like to pick up where he left off? Supreme Leader Kim? Guy Man? Hi, Guy. I can't hear you. Hello.
Is my mic working?
It is. You are on my live stream.
Kind of lag here.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw this one really funny meme.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. I have it open. Man, I gotta DM you this.
Oh, you banned him? Damn it. I was hoping he would come back. Ah, well. Malling, if you'd like to try again, please understand that I am a combat veteran who does not have time for your bullshit. Feel free to hate watch me. He wasn't ready for this. He really wasn't ready for this. And I warned him. Did I not warn him that he was not ready? Did I not warn him? Let me know if I didn't. If he walked into that without knowing what the fuck was about to happen.
Yeah, that was some real shit, man.
See, here's the thing, guy. I'm not a sociopath. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I also have a very low tolerance for bullshit. And he was spitting bullshit. It did. We do have a moderator in here. But see, here's the thing, Pete. This is my show. Not his show. My show.
A few moments later.
All right, the floor is open.
Beef Punchard wanted to talk to you in debate VC. He said he stopped.
He can enter the room.
Okay, I will let him know.
Seems like he doesn't want to be modded.
He's the guy from YouTube, by the way.
Who is he? What do you mean, Beef Punchard?
Yeah, Beef is the guy on YouTube.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean?
Who is Beef Punchard?
The guy you talked to like an hour ago or 2 hours ago.
Talking about the guy on the with the blue shirt with the American flag in the backyard? That's
right,
him?
Yeah. Yep.
Good. Tell him to come in here. Send him a link.
Is there a link to that? Was that a debate or what?
He's
He invited me on his server. I went in there, and he was pretty much psychotic.
He was like interrupting you, yelling.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you can see it for yourself. I can honestly say, from my point of view, he was psychotic. Okay, go ahead, Beef. Are you the guy on the YouTube channel?
That is me. My name is Sean Bolden. I am the chaplain at the First International Secular Temple.
Okay, so when I ask you what is it that is ultimate, you said your mind. I don't know if you actually understood the question. Okay, what is ultimate by definition will have to be absolute and eternal, the ground of all possibility and impossibility. Your mind could not be in that category. Okay, so since God does not exist for you, you're going to have to tell me what is ultimate that is not God in order to falsify God.
Before we get started, do you go by Darth?
You can call me that if you want. That's fine.
Okay, I'd like an apology.
For?
Calling me a psychopath. A borderline psychopath.
I didn't. No, I said you were borderline psychotic.
I'd like an apology. That is false.
Okay, well, you're not going to get an apology. That is how I discerned your conduct.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Darth. What you said was not only offensive, but it was uncalled for. You were in my server, and I am in your server now, and I am conducting myself with respect and humility as I would do any other place that is not mine.
Why did you do that when I was in your server?
Because I felt that you were coming to me and trying to do some ambush religious thing. And I don't like that. Had you wanted to have an honest debate with me, you would have DM'd me and talked to me about it. I didn't know who you were, and you didn't tell me. So I treated you like every other person on the internet that wants to have a random debate with me.
Yeah. So you behave in a borderline psychotic fashion. Now, I don't care that you're offended. Okay.
Excuse me.
What I'd like to know from you is, since you say God is false, I want to know how you falsify that there is an eternal, absolute, personal creator God. How do you do that?
Before I do that, I will get my apology, because I treated you like a sergeant treating a soldier, which is why I asked if you ever served.
We're not in your server, and we're not on your YouTube channel. If you want to have a conversation with atheism, that's fine. If you want to continue with the same antics that you did before, we're not going there. Okay.
I am not continuing with any antics, sir.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Sir.
We're done.
Sir, no, we're not. We're not. I want to answer your question. I want to answer your question.
Okay. Answer the question then. What is it that is ultimate and absolute that would negate God being the personal absolute?
The universe.
Okay. Yeah, this is an answer that people commonly give. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you a monist?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, monism, that means that there is only one, the totality of reality is just one. Is that the universe?
No, the universe is made up of many constituent parts.
Okay, so the universe is not a concrete one. It is a concrete many. Now, when I ask you what is ultimate, you're going to have to identify what is singularly ultimate, because if we have an array of independent particulars, none of them would not be. Excuse me. If you don't identify that something is singularly ultimate, and you just simply have an array of particulars, then nothing would be ultimate. You'd be in a world of chance.
Darth, would you mind terribly, for my sake, if we took a moment and got to know each other, because I don't know who you are, and I'm happy to answer your questions, but I don't know you from Adam.
Yeah, I'm a Bible believing Christian who regularly defends Christianity and debates against all unbelief.
Okay. Now, do you have a YouTube channel or anything that you do? Because I'd love to have this conversation in a way that could. Okay. So you just do this as a private citizen?
Yes.
Okay. What is your profession?
I don't go into my personal background.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking what is it that you do? So you're on here, you're on Discord debating with, typically, I suspect, high school and college students. What is it that you do?
I talk with a wide variety of ages of people, and I don't get into my personal information. Okay.
So
now, can we get? Okay, I'm glad that you want to know about my personal life. I've already made it clear to you. I don't discuss that. Now, when you said the universe is ultimate. Okay. The universe is a set of particulars. You cannot have a plurality that is ultimate. All right. Only
Why not?
something. Why not? Because then they would each exist. Each of the particulars would exist independent of each other, because none of the individual particulars would themselves be ultimate. And if each of the particulars exist in and of themselves in regard to another, then nothing would be ultimate dictating all the particulars. So then you would have a world.
Wait a minute. Why does there have to be something dictating anything?
If you do not acknowledge that there is something that is singularly ultimate, instituting possibility and impossibility, then you don't have grounds to assert what's possible and impossible.
Well, I didn't say that. Sir, now
All
if you
right.
let me speak for a moment without interrupting, I'd like to first say.
I want to wait for a second. Okay. Now you
Okay.
said the universe was ultimate. Okay. So what you
Mhm.
were saying is an array of particulars is ultimate. That's not coherent. Okay. You cannot have a plurality of particulars
I
that
disagree.
are ultimate. Only you. Well, you're not understanding the philosophical concept.
No,
You can
sir,
only
sir,
have. Please
sir.
do not interrupt me.
Okay.
In order
Okay.
for something to be ultimate, right? It would therefore be foundational and govern everything else. If we have an array of particulars, each of which that are eternal, they would each exist at what foundational level you bring up of an array of particulars. They would each exist independently of each other. So let's say we have an array of three things that are eternal: A,
I
B,
have
and
4.
C. Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay. A, B, and C would simply exist, right?
No.
Without respect to the other two. Okay. So therefore, there would be nothing governing anything. There wouldn't be anything that was sovereign over those three things. So you're now going to be in a world of chance. Another problem is this:
Hold
you're
on.
not going to be able. I'm not done yet.
Okay. All right.
So when you say the universe is ultimate, that's a contradiction in terms. All you could simply say is that there are certain particulars that are eternal, right? But you couldn't say that the plurality, the particulars are ultimate. So you don't have an ultimacy, you just have an array of eternal particulars.
I see.
Okay.
May I speak?
Sure.
Okay. First of all, I asked you to apologize. You refused. That tells me that you're not concerned with my feelings. Second,
I don't care
asked
about your
you.
feelings.
You've made that very clear. Second, I asked what your background was, and you refused to answer. Your choice, your right, your prerogative, and I understand that. However, I have to ask you, what do you know about particle physics?
Okay. I know a little bit, but what I'd like to know is, how are you able to determine that there is a set of eternal particulars that are unrelated and unconnected to each other? How are you able to determine that?
I'm about to tell you, and I was going to finish after you answered my yes or no question.
I'd like an answer to the question.
Very good. The electromagnetic force, the strong and weak nuclear forces, and gravity. If you want to split them up, that is 5 total fundamental forces. I consider them 3 or 4. We know where they came from. We know how to track them back to the creation of the universe. Now, prior to the creation of the universe, we don't know. That's a big question mark. Your deity could live there. I don't know, but I doubt it. I have serious doubts. So if you want to label me anything based upon my doubt in a deity, which I would defend to the death because I don't believe that there's any deity, I believe in a universe. And I don't comment on what happened before the universe because that to me is like asking where I was before my parents combined sperm and egg to create me. I wasn't anywhere. I didn't exist. So does that answer your question, sir?
No. These 5 forces, are they eternal?
As far as we know.
Okay. How do you know that?
We've done tests and I read science books.
Well, you're testing the present. You're not testing the past.
Well, we can infer the past by, I'm answering your question. We can infer the past by looking at things much older than animal life. And we've done that.
So you're inferring that certain temporal states are eternal. Do you know that they are eternal?
I know that they are eternal much better than I know that your God exists.
Okay. I'm still waiting for you to tell me these 5 fundamental forces. Okay.
You want me to give you a physics lesson?
Are any of these 5 forces ultimate?
Stand by, because I'm not a physicist. I'm an amateur.
Are any of the 5 forces ultimate?
Stand by. It's a 3-minute video.
No, we're not playing a video here. Okay.
Well,
you're either going to answer the questions or you're going to be gone. All right.
Excuse me, sir. You're taking a very hostile tone with me. 4 forces.
Listen,
4 forces.
My patience is beginning to run out with your shtick. Okay. Are you familiar with the word shtick?
I am very familiar with it.
Okay, so you know it means performance. Now, these 5 forces, they're universal.
You assume I'm
how
performing.
how do you know? How do you know? Number one, are any of the 5 forces themselves ultimate, governing all possibility and impossibility?
Yes.
What is ultimate then?
The ultimate. No, you know what? Would you define that for me? I'm a little unclear.
What is ultimate is the unifying first principle, or what is metaphysically primary, that institutes and secures all possibility and impossibility.
Okay. What holds your atoms together?
Okay. I'd like an answer to my question.
I am. Do you know what holds your atoms together?
Okay. It doesn't matter what I believe
It
or
does.
think. You know,
No,
in order, listen, dude, listen, you're on thin ice. Okay. And I'm not going to put up with this shtick. Now, I asked you a legitimate question. I'm not going to allow you to filibuster here. Now,
I'm not. You won't let me
want to
speak
know
10
from
words.
you, which of the 5 fundamental forces is ultimate, instituting all possibility and impossibility?
The one that I believe you would consider as ultimate would be the electromagnetic force.
No, I'm asking you, what is ultimate?
I think that it's the 4 in combination. But if you will require me to give you a quote unquote sovereign force, I would have to choose the electromagnetic. And given that you're not trained in it, you don't know any different to correct me.
Okay. The electromagnetic force, that institutes and secures all possibility and impossibility?
Yes, it's what keeps your vocal cords together to keep talking to me.
And how do you know that that's ultimate and eternal?
Because we haven't found anything below that. And we're looking.
That doesn't follow from that it is ultimate.
Then please define ultimate. You assume I'm making a stick
ultimate,
or being performative, sir. Let me finish.
Ultimate?
Let me finish.
Ultimate? Okay, bye. Take your meds. What a nutbag.
He tried to claim the electromagnetic force as the ultimate.
Yeah. The guy
in a coin, a gravity.
The guy. I mean, is that anybody doubt that this guy is borderline psychotic?
No, he is, and he takes meds. Like, and it's not a shtick either. None of that is a shtick. His ego is really that fragile.
He has a huge ego, though.
It's giant.
There are people who are borderline psychotic who are not aggressive, and then there are people who are aggressive. Okay, I'm not trying to engage in psychobabble here, but he's just, I'll bet you, I'll be surprised if that guy's employed.
He's not employed, and the thing is like
he's probably on some psych disability.
Yeah, he's on a couple different things, but
yeah. And wait a minute, and hold on a second. And how was I able to guess that?
His reactions, I guess.
Isn't that no? The guy is. You know what? I feel sorry for him. He's severely mentally deranged.
If you insult what he deems is an insult to his intelligence or his ego, then he lashes out.
Listen. If somebody is displaying what I consider to be psychotic behavior, I have no compunctions telling them you're a psych. Listen. Have any of you ever dealt with people who are truly crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, I have. Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you think telling somebody that they're crazy, do you think that gets through to them?
No.
Okay. Right.
And then he comes here asking for an apology.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does he think he is?
Well, yeah, he's got kind of like a narcissist complex as well.
No, he doesn't understand what the hell he's talking about. He's so used to being obnoxious, belligerent, that it's a waste of time. Okay.
I don't think he's ever been confronted with like the philosophical arguments when it comes to being an atheist or being religious. So when you brought like some of those up.
Yeah, 1 minute he says there is no God, then the next minute he says, well, we haven't found anything beyond it. Could be your God, but we don't know that. Well, wait a minute. You said God is false, so it couldn't be my God.
Yeah.
If the universe is ultimate, then it couldn't be my God. You see how they flip and the flop? They contradict themselves.
Yeah, I mean, they're
You're
just
making up an imaginary story.
You can't say it could be my God when you've already declared that the 5 fundamental forces are ultimate, because the five fundamental forces are not God.
And the 5 fundamental forces, they're not verified, because no one has lived infinity to prove that they are the one.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. You know, they make these statements, these grand universal statements. I mean, this is why you won't find professional philosophers saying such idiotic things. Only idiots on YouTube and on Discord make such declarative statements.
Darth, maybe that guy here is the 5 fundamental forces talking to him. Maybe they're revelatory.
Well, yeah, he hears them talking out of his left sneaker.